Identification of main issues in this case study, which is the first point is risk after quality awards and preventing stagnation. It's every explained of risk of becoming too much comfortable after receiving ISO/EQA awards. It is complainants may hidden continuous improvement and compliance. Next, continuous self-assessment must be embedded in management practice. For example, Bruton APTA continuous system self-assessment even after EQA eligibility ended. Next point is leadership and stakeholder focus strategy. Leader must act as role models for quality and also improvement. Best practice and stakeholder views should be consistently shared. Weak implementation occurs when stakeholder input is not fully integrated. Next is people and system empowerment. Empowerment employees with control and decision making is authority. Next, use a multi-source feedback in 360 degrees evaluation. Improve careers planning, recruitment, safety, rewards, and recognition. Strengthen employees' suggested system. Next is understanding the hidden customer needs. Customers have spoken and unspoken needs. For example, vessels must anticipate needs on directly expressed. Trust must be maintained while responding proactively. Next main issue in this case study also discipline in self-assessment. Bold self-assessment must be comprehensive and consistent. Criterious ownership help prioritize improvement. Assessment result should be integrated into business planning. Next is from measurement to action. Too many indicators can create authorities. For example, Heron's track 132 indicators. Focus should be on root cause analysis and continuous improvement. Social and improvement responsibility, strong focus on ISO 14001 and environmental initiative, battery recycle program and community sponsorships. For the challenge is demonstrating the real impact on operations and society.
My name is Nur Ishira Auni, and now I will present the analysis of the issues from Hungary case study. Let's start with the first issue. Before 1980s, Hungarian firms like Barton Apta didn't have structured quality system. It was only 1989 when Shoji Shiba introduced Total Quality. Then, that they began building a proper quality culture. This delay slowed their competitiveness and global recognition. Next is leadership gaps. Barton Apta's self-assessment show managers weren't acting as role models or sharing best practices. Strategic planning also lacked stakeholder input, which created a disconnect between leadership and employees. Another issue was human resource development. Barton Apta needed a career and recruitment plan, while Heron Porcelain had to empower employers to improve skills and problem solving. This showed that human capital also underutilized at first. Next, environmental and social responsibility came late. Western and Heron only emphasized sustainability and community contribution after external pressures grew. This showed their approach was reactive rather than proactive. Next, certification was another weak point. ISO 9000 was achieved early, but it wasn't enough. Real improvement only came after EFQM and Baldrige self-assessment, proving that certification alone doesn't guarantee excellence. Next, also systematic self-assessment came late. Western only began EFQM in 1996, and Heron introduced 132 indicators much later. This delay slowed their ability to identify weaknesses and align strategies. Finally, stakeholder engagement was limited. Western's missions involved to include trust, but at first they didn't capture latent customer needs, which are especially critical in telecom.
For part 3, I will explain the proposed solutions to address the issue identified in this case study. First, the organization should strengthen total quality management practices by embedding quality improvement into all operational processes. The company can reduce defects, improve efficiency, and support continuous improvement. Second, continuous self-assessment should be implemented. Regular internal assessment help identify performance gaps early and ensure that strategies, processes, and outcomes are aligned. Third, employee empowerment and development are essential. Providing training and involving employees in decision making improve motivation, job satisfaction, and encourage quality improvement ideas. Lastly, the organization should integrate sustainability and social responsibility into its operation. This includes environmental protection, safety, and social initiatives which help build stakeholder trust and ensure long-term business sustainability. Overall, these solutions support operational excellence, improve stakeholder satisfaction, and help organizations achieve long-term competitive advantage.
Next, I'll briefly explain three key quality management concepts used by companies like Burton Apta, Heron, and Westel. First, Total Quality Management or TQM. It's all about continuous improvement, customer satisfaction, and involving everyone in the process. At Burton Apta and Heron, employees suggest daily improvements, making quality a shared responsibility. ISO standards. These are global benchmarks for quality and sustainability. All three companies earn ISO 9000 for quality, and Haran went further with ISO 14001 for environmental care. This certification boosts trust and global competitiveness. The EFQM Excellence Model. This model helps companies assess themselves across leadership, strategy, people, and results. Burton Apta and Westel use this to identify weaknesses and improve long-term performance, not just to chase the awards. The Bud-Rich criteria. This framework focuses on leadership, planning, customers, care, employee involvement, and results. WestJet started using it in 1994 to align its goal with customer and stakeholder needs, making the quality a core part of its operations. And lastly, stakeholder theory. It's about balancing the interests of customers, employees, communities, and governance. WestJet supported environmental and cultural efforts, while Rutan Apta involved stakeholders in business planning.
Answer for this first question is the first one is rapid technological change and innovation. Telco industry evolves rapidly and frequently technology change. Customer often cannot clearly express future needs. Example of hiding needs is high-speed data, seamless connectivity, and integrates digital service. Customer may unaware of new technologies for and possibilities. Company that anticipates customer needs gains company advantage. Proactive innovations allow firms to meet needs before competitors, and also understanding hidden needs help telco companies stay market leads. The next point is customer experience and certification. For this point, it have made customer requirements related to safety, reliability, and ease for use. Customer rarely ask directly for customer cybersecurity or sustainability practice. Next one is also hidden focus strongly influence customer trust and loyalty. Meeting unspoken needs creates long-term relationship. Vessel recognize the importance of the hidden requirement uh, which by their goals is trust and relies on all the stakeholders, and trust it built strongly reliable secure and responsibility operations. And the third point is competitive advantage. Company can stand out by meeting needs that are not being met by talking proactively. Step like promoting battery the recycles and funding social project. For example, vessel meets cultural expectations. Um, that customer may not say out loud but value highly. Implementation for managing the companies. The first one is strategic planning, like the vessels did by using the ball brights and EFQM categories to self-assessment. Management needs to think about what stakeholder wants and plan the future. Next is continuous innovation. Leaders should invest in research and development and keep on eyes uh, for the best practice from around the world to find hidden expectation. Stakeholders engagement, planning with society, government, and workers to make sure the highest requirement being responsible um, for the environment and having a positive effects on society are met. And last one is data derived decision using a performance indicators and self-assessment system. It can help company to figure out the gaps between what the company offer now and the customer really want.
Next is the discussion for question 2 from the case study. The question is, could this result have been achieved without self-assessment? The answer is no. Self-assessment was the key mechanism that helped these firms identify weakness, prioritize improvements, and embed continuous learning. For example, the evidence from Burton's APTA is that self-assessment revealed leadership and HR gaps. This process led them to the ISO 9000 certification, the Hungarian National Quality Award, and eventually the European Quality Award. Next for Westels. Westels began EFQM self-assessment in 1996. Criterion owners ensured improvement plans were built into the business plan. This systematic approach led to the European Quality Award in 2001. And lastly, from the Heron Porcelain, they implement 132 indicators and internal audits. Self-assessment empower employees and help them win the Hungarian National Quality Award in 1996. In short, ISO certification gave compliance, but self-assessment drove transformation. Without it, these firms would not have achieved excellence, recognition, or sustained competitiveness.
A National Quality Award is more than just a nice thing to say. It shows what excellence looks like in different fields. It pushes businesses to do things the right way, helps them compete better, and makes them always want to get better. These awards helps businesses in Hungary meet international standards, which made them more attractive to foreign investors and partners. A lot of businesses try to win these awards, and as a result, the quality of their goods and services improves overall. These things build trust with customers and make the economy more stable. Hungary's ability to grow even when the economy is bad shows how businesses that focus on quality can help the economy of a country get stronger. So, national quality awards really do help the economy grow in the long run by encouraging new ideas, making things more efficient, and giving businesses the tools they need to compete on a global scale.